Welcome back to GBGuns Armory, the series in which we're going over stuff already reviewed, been out for a while. I'm giving you thoughts and feels on it. You're giving me your experiences and thoughts on it, since it's all stuff that's been out for a while, and certainly this one. This is the Bersa Thunder. This one happens to have a threaded barrel. These have been revamped to the Bersa TPR with different slide cuts. But it's essentially an Argentine Walther PPK at home, I guess you could say. That were very affordable, widely available, lots of variants. Chances are, if you've been a gun guy for more than a decade, you've had or shot a Bersa Thunder or TPR 380. Let us know in the comments if you have and what your thoughts were. It's kind of neat. You have that PPK styling. These are available in tons of finishes. And what I'm a fan of as a DASA guy is our safety lever here. That was not safe. So if you bring it all the way down, it decocks and goes on safe. If you push it back forward, now you're in double action first shot, and the double action's pretty smooth. Not bad at all for as affordable as these guns are. And if you've ever done a Bersa TPR 9, like this guy, TPR 9C, you know that the double action is pretty good. You're getting an all metal DASA gun with a decocker and safety. Cool combo. The pinky rest on this magazine means that even my banana hands, if I get this in here, can fit entirely on the gun, which is great. The threaded barrel option, if you have a chance, is fun because 380 is naturally subsonic. So all you gotta do is throw a can on it, and since it's direct blowback, you don't need a Nielsen device or any of that extra stuff, and you can have pretty quiet. One thing that I have noted with these is it feels like the recoil spring is a little softer than it should be. Now, that might be a choice. A softer recoil spring can help if shooters have bad form. It can help with weak ammo. But with spicier ammo, and especially when you put a can on this thing, that extra back pressure, the slide really slams. And as much as all metal guns are great for the direct mechanical feel you get, and the weight and the balance, you also get that direct mechanical feel of slide bottoming out on the back end. So just something to be aware of. Wolf, and there are other companies out there that make aftermarket springs. You can get stronger recoil assemblies for these things. I've not messed with any of those. As I said in another video, these are all reference guns, so I try to keep things as stock as possible so that I've got a complete reference to how the gun came out of the box. If you guys have changed the recoil assembly in a Bersa Thunder, let me know what you went with and what your experience was. A stiffer spring would ease some of that recoil, but you're going to have a good grip and or use spicier ammo for it. That's my understanding of it, and maybe since these were so affordable, they wanted to keep them new person friendly, because you guys can admit it, I'll admit it too, when you're first entering the gun world, everything seems really expensive. I mean, heck, it's still expensive once you're in it. But $100 difference or $50 difference can be the decision-making point between one gun and another to someone who doesn't know very well what they want or what they're looking at. And so the inexpensive guns get bought by the inexperienced people, generally. This thing was pretty neat. There's over 1 million copies of them in the US as of a few years ago. Tons of them out there. And 4, maybe 5 variants of them. However, I gotta say, I had a couple that broke. One of them, the safety lever, which is stiff on this one, was just, it just would get stuck, and I had to beat on it. And then after I beat on it, then it didn't want to work at all. So that's my fault. That's user error. I probably should have sent it back under warranty, but I didn't. I'm sure some of you, and you don't have to admit it, have done something similar yourself. You just think, I'm smarter than this gun, I can make it work. But it's a neat little single stack 380, almost pocketable, except that it's heavy because of the all metal frame. This one with the threaded barrel extends a little bit, so maybe it's a little long. But it's neat, and it's got that Bondy PPK-ish feeling, but it's way more affordable. I like them. That's why I have so many of them. Would I take it to a training course and spend 4 days doing 1,000 rounds? No. But is it neat to have sometimes and super thin? Yes. Are there now locked breech single stacks of similar size that are softer shooting? Yeah. Can you get a 9mm of similar size that's softer shooting? Quite possibly. Or you can mess around with the spring on this thing, which is something I'm surprised we haven't seen Bersa do. Those are my thoughts on the Bersa Thunder 380, at least this one. I'm sure others will come up in this series. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.